traveling, it leaves you speechless and then turns you into a storyteller. Similar things happened to me as I began exploring my surroundings and started experiencing the life beyond my computer screen. Join me to visit the exotic and unraveled destinations as I begin telling the travel stories through travel tales. The moment one thinks of Gujarat, the first image that props up in the mind is the sight of vast open wastelands, salt pans, the kharai camels of coastal areas, and these days Statue of Unity as well. We will be traveling to these regular destinations as well, but today we are going to a lesser known road 3 hours north of Ahmedabad to explore the refreshing greenery of the POLO Forest, a land rich with history and nature. Also known as Vijaynagar Forest, is a dry mixed deciduous forest in Vijaynagar Taluka of Sabarkantha district in Gujarat. Located at the foothill of the Aravalis, along the bank of perennial Harnav River, this vast stretch of green patch in Gujarat is definitely a place of refuge for the humans tired from the exhausting routine of life. The history of this place dates back to 10th century when the town was established by the Parihar kings of Idar around the Harnav River. It was conquered by the Rathores of Marwar in 15th century and came under Idar State. The location of the town was between two high hills which blocks sunlight for most of the days, which probably resulted in the abandonment of the town. The name Polo is derived from Pol, which literally means a gate in Marwari language. The Polo Forest area has many ancient Hindu and Jain temples, most of them in the Abhapur and Antarsuba village. The approach roads are extremely narrow, having barely the space for one car to move. But traversing these narrow alleys is a different experience in itself. In fact, it's better to turn off the car's AC and enjoy the fresh breeze and just relish the gentle organic smell of the surrounding forest. The whole Vijaynagar forest area has 12 Jain temples that are spread out across the scenic forested landscape. At Antarsuba lies the main cluster of 4 Jain temples along with the Shiv Panchayatan temple, which is relatively in the best form among this cluster. I was spellbound by the tranquility of the temple complex. It was truly soul satisfying. A sense of creativity was palpable in every small details of the temple architecture. These temples, sitting in the lap of nature, provides a rustic feel to the visitors. Despite being damaged and abandoned, they symbolize the spiritual inclination and creative spirit of our ancestors. Panchayatan means a group of 5 temples on one platform with a main temple at the center and 4 small shrines at the corners. The Shiva Linga lies right at the center of the premises. The 4 corners of the temples has the seat for the other gods, which gives a sense of convergence of the cosmic energies. The door framed had some beautiful carvings of the ancient designs with spiritual significance. The temple complex has no idols of gods in them, and currently religious practices are not carried out. Apart from Shiv Panchayatan temple, other Jain temples in the complex can be explored through the side trail, of which little has survived but are still worth having a look. After all, creation and destruction are like the two ends of the same moment. Within 5 kilometers to this temple complex, there is another Shiva Panchayatan temple at Antarsuba. The damage caused due to the natural and historical events is evident on the temple complex. Yet, the endeavor of maintaining the remaining structure is surely there. The Panchayatan Puja has been attributed to the Adi Shankara, the 8th century Hindu philosopher. It's a practice that became popular in medieval India. It consists of worship of 5 deities set in a quincunx pattern. We took some break in our sojourn before moving to our next destination and then thought to visit the nearby Harnav Dam before exploring another temple.
हम इस फॉरेस्ट में 300 मीटर अंदर चल के डैम जा रहे हैं। वहाँ पे हम थोड़ी देर डैम के पास बैठेंगे, वहाँ का नज़ारा देखेंगे, वहाँ पे देखेंगे और कौन कौन से एनिमल आज मेरे नज़र में आते हैं और फिर वापस आएंगे। यहाँ से हमें चल के जाना है और चल के वापस आना है। लेट्स गो।
The funny thing about spotting wildlife in nature is you will only get to see it if you are searching for it. The wild animals are evolutionarily designed to blend in with the surroundings, which is also of survival value to them. The area without being a protected area has decent wildlife value. The whole landscape turns bright green after the monsoon, which is an inspirational sight that not only attracts the enthusiastic humans but also the wild animals. The Polo forest has about 290 species of birds, 35 species of reptiles and 30 species of mammals, which include the large mammals like sloth bear and leopard, which are sometimes seen in the night safaris. The roads of the forest are a constant reminder of archaeological importance of the area. While returning back, we visited the beautiful Sherneshwar Temple, which is perhaps the best preserved temple of the Polo forest. This 15th century Sherneshwar Temple dedicated to Shiva is located in Abhapur. It is a 3-storied temple with fortified walls around it. having gates in east and west. There are 2 porches on the sides. There is a Yagya Kunda with well-carved Vedi in front of the temple. The round pillars differ in style and are plain with intervals of ringlets on the shaft. The shikhara, the roofs of the porches and the mandap are destroyed. The carvings on exterior wall are adorned with images of Yama, Bhairava, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Indra, Parvati, Indrani, Ganesha. Also, there are social life scenes like bands of humans, elephants, swans and plants. Unlike other temples, religious rituals are still practiced here. This journey was a learning for me that took me to our historical roots and allowed me to venture into our past life for a while. It was spiritually enriching and empowering experience for me. I'll be returning back refreshed and energized. The monument of Polo Forest is like a series of stories written on the canvas of the nature. If you wish to read the whole book, Shiv-shakti Temple and Lakhena Jain Temple are also worth visiting, and picking up a guide for sightseeing is highly recommended. Polo Forest is an ideal place for the filmmakers to shoot the ancient monuments in the forest landscape. The jungles are amazing for trekking, camping, and exploring the fellow living beings in the nature. Best time to visit Polo Forest would be from September to January after the monsoon season. And at least 2 nights stay is a must if you wish to explore the surrounding entirely. There is variety of staying options available, but one might consider booking the Forest Resort, which is located right at the center of the places to visit. Also, the ambience of the resort is icing on the cake. These stretches of greenery surely provides a sense of inner peace. Maybe that's what human nature is, being closer to the natural world. It's truly a land for the seekers. We'll see you next time with another travel story on Travel Tales. Until then, keep calm and travel on.